Okay, it is Sunday afternoon and I'm still at Avalon in Clapham where I teach on a Sunday because I finished teaching 2 hours ago, but I've got a client in half an hour. So I decided to just stay here and try and get like some filming done. I convinced myself I'd do a full workout. I convinced myself I'd do a bunch of admin. I've done a little bit. I haven't done everything, but I've done a little bit. Anyway, bottom line is, welcome to whatever episode number this is. I think it's episode 4 of the 20s trenches. It is the second week of February, which means we're 6 weeks into the year, which means I'm 2 episodes behind because I told myself I'd do an episode a week. She lied. She lied to herself. It's okay though. I think we've done all right, considering after every episode I'm too cringe to even watch it, and I don't feel like I've kind of found my feet yet with the channel. I think it's a good thing that we're at least here. We've made it to episode 4. I'm gonna take that as a win. That definitely looked, it looked all right, and then I moved it just a few strands. There we go. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time and I want to do a bit of a roundup and a catch up, and I want to chat about the fact that I am now a homeowner. Effects. I probably won't put any effects in, but you get the picture. One day when I hire someone to edit all these videos, it'll be amazing. But until then, it's just me, baby. It's just one take. It's just one take, 20 trenches. Welcome. Okay, January. Let's chat about January. January was hectic. Got back to the UK, still living between 2 places. Let's backtrack on that. I live in the UK. I've been renting flat share. Okay, not my own place. I've been renting since I moved here nearly 6 years ago. Okay. Stephen and I have been together for nearly 5 years. Later this year, we are 5 years. And he lives at home with his dad in Ruislip, which is West London. And I lived in Clapham, which is South London. And it worked. And we were not in a rush to live together because it worked. Like, our life just worked together. But for about the last year and a half of my rental, I was very lucky to be in the same flat. I was pretty unhappy there. I was pretty keen to move and either only share with one person or just live by myself, which obviously if you rent in London or you know anything about the rental market, you know that that's hectic, right? It's really expensive. It's a lot, and you can end up paying in rent what you could be paying in mortgage. So it's also depressing. Anyway, so last year in July, my landlord actually gave notice, but it's okay because at this point we'd kind of decided that we were going to take the step and buy a house together. Fine, great, fantastic. How are we able to do this? Because I've saved tons of money. Just kidding. Not because I'd saved tons of money, but because we both earn quite a good income, so we can get quite a good mortgage. And Stephen's late mother left the kids a flat, a holiday home that she had in Bournemouth, and the kids decided that they would sell it so they could each have a bit of money to basically help them get on the property ladder. So very thankfully to that scenario, of course it's not a scenario that we're thankful for because we'd rather have her with us than her money. It was fantastic that they could sell off that asset, and it worked out perfectly timing wise for it to be our capital to buy a home. So I'm really, really thankful for that. Just a little FYI, it looks like I've done some really great lip liner today. My lips are actually burnt. Like this is a burn. This is actually a scab. It looks good, but it's a scab. Okay, anyway, so basically it was time to buy a house. I had to move out of my flat in August. I moved my stuff into a storage unit, my aunt's house in Surrey, and Stephen's dad's house. So I have been living between those 3 locations. occasionally staying at my friend Amy, who lives close to where I work. So that's really exciting when I get to do that. But we've been shopping. We actually signed on our first property. How romantic. On our 4-year anniversary, September 11th. Yes, I know our anniversary is 9/11. I don't want to talk about it. We got the news that our offer had been accepted, and it was so exciting. And it was this cute little home that needed like a little bit of work, but only cosmetics, nothing structural. It had potential to be extended. It had a cute little garden. It was all going to be perfect. And after 10 weeks, not really 10 weeks, we found out about 5 weeks. 5 weeks after we signed and we thought everything was just doing things, we found out that actually, in fact, the property was not legally sellable because they hadn't done the probate, or they had done the probate and they'd lied about the probate, blah, 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 blah. Basically, the day before my 28th birthday, which was like 5.5 to 6 weeks later, we found out that we'd lost the house. For those of you unfamiliar with the timeline, we found this out on the Friday. I had my birthday on the Saturday. On the Monday, I had chickenpox. 3 weeks later, I had Bell's palsy, so paralysis in my face. In all this time, I also didn't have anywhere to live. Well, I say I didn't have anywhere to live, but you know what I mean. And we also were now pushed even further back on our timeline. I don't even really remember the last 2 months of last year because I was going through a lot. I literally only had half a face and I was stressed out. I had adult chickenpox. I was out of action for 2 weeks, and then I got myself back in action, and then I got Bell's palsy and I had no face for 4 weeks. So it was rough. In that time, bless him, Stephen, continued the house hunt. I could barely partake. He actually put an offer in on this property that we've bought without me even seeing it. On the day that he was looking at it, I was in the visa office because, of course, if you're a South African in this country, where do you spend most of your time and money? The fucking immigration office, okay? So in the visa office, trying to sort my Schengen out so that we could go to Amsterdam for New Year's and skiing. I did get the Schengen, but I did have to drive to Manchester to get the appointment, so that was hectic. That's where I was that day. I briefly saw the house on a video chat. Steve put an offer in. We went back and forth with another couple who were also vying for the house, but didn't have finance. Thankfully, we had already got our mortgage approved for the previous house, and it was in the same bracket, so we could just transfer our mortgage over. So we were the more, I suppose, attractive vendors, buyers, sellers, buyers, whatever. And we also ended up upping our offer a little bit, whatever. Steve wanted this house. We got it. We had already bought the house before I saw it for the first time. But that's okay because Steve is clever, and also it is largely his capital, and also he would never have made a bad decision. He's also a lot pickier than me. I'm easy breezy, lemon squeezy. He would not trust it. If it was me who had just seen it, he'd be like, you are romanticizing it, you're making up things that can't be done. Whereas he's like, he's the grounding of us. Okay, so we have this great house, we buy it. So thankfully, by the time we go on our holiday at Christmas, we got the house in the works, which of course then anything can happen. Stressful. Thankfully, it was actually quite a quick process. We completed on the 30th of January, so the last day of Jan. You know what? January was good to me. Shout out January. Thank you. January 2025, you were good to me. You gave me structure. You gave me a lot of work, which I appreciated. And, you know, you set things up. You set the scene for the year, and I like it. I like what you've done. Okay. We then went away skiing for a week. We got back and we got the keys. So on Monday, we got the keys. I came back from skiing with bronchitis, of course. Why would I just come back fully rested, ready for work? No, I came back ill. Stephen got the keys on Monday, and the place is unrecognizable. We have done so much work in just this first week. It's crazy. I would hire me to flip your next house. And by me, I mean the Graben brothers. Okay. But you know what I mean? I'll make them all, sandwiches and stuff. They don't eat my sandwiches, but I did buy them beer, so there we go. it's been a crazy week. I'm actually sharing all of that on the Grab Hammers and K TikTok. So you can find that link in the description to this video if you're interested. It is like, yeah, we're just flipping the house and it's fun. Like, I've spent the week, I learned how to take wallpaper off the walls, hence the burnt lips, because I've been using a steamer. And obviously on the first day, I was just not even aware that the steam was burning the shit out of my face, okay? I've learned about that. I've learned about moving walls, building walls. I didn't even know how you built a wall. I've learned that windows are tricky. I've scrubbed the shit out of a kitchen that is still dirty. It's going to be demolished, but it's not going to be demolished immediately. So we need to make it livable first. And it's like, you know, polishing a bit of a turd, but it's okay. I'm really excited. I'm feeling stoked. But somehow it is already the 16th of February and I do feel pretty far behind on like personal stuff. So I haven't taken my vitamins in like 3 weeks because they're at my auntie's house and I haven't been back there. And when I left there, I didn't know that I was leaving there for such a substantial frame of time. I've been wearing the same 3 outfits because again, most of my stuff is actually at my auntie's house and I just haven't made it back there. So I'm in this like frazzled state. That's why this video is so chaotic, because I'm just trying to get it out. I'm actually just trying to get out all the things that I want to talk about so that I can actually post this YouTube video. I don't even know if this channel is what I want to do. I know that I want to be creating content, but I feel like I don't know in what niche. I kind of want to do all of it, so that's not helpful. I don't know. If you're watching this and you give a shit and there's things you like hearing about or don't like hearing about, can you pop it in the comments? Can you send me a message? Can you let me know? Because any little bit helps at this point, because I don't even know. I just know I want to create. I know I want to share. I know I want to be doing this regularly. But, you know, there's things I want to take you with. You know, journeys I want to take you with on. For now, follow the house stuff on the TikTok because it's really cool and it's really fun to see and it's really fun to do. It's really fun to film. It's really fun to create and share that with you all. So that is out there. And then we've got a quick business roundup. So in January, I did really well with one-to-one sessions as well as classes. My schedule was really busy, but it was really fruitful. So I'm happy about that. My one-to-one sessions, I am still hunting for a few new clients. I don't feel like the diary is as plump as I need it to be for me to be comfortable. At the moment, I'm still at the point where like if 2 people go away, I'm like, you know, I don't want to be there. You always want to be in overflow so that people can travel, they can get ill, they can cancel, they can have appointments, that kind of thing, and it doesn't stress you out. Cares of wellness. So I have taken on 2 advisors from the Connected platform, which means they are pro bono advisors, and I do feel good about my working relationship with them, and I do feel like we are going to iron out some things, but it's also just shone a light on how lost I am with that. There's things I want to do, but with the platform, like, and then there's things that I'm like, is this ever going to work? Have I created something that I believe people need that people don't want? Because if people don't want, they're never going to use it. And that's been my realization with Cares of Wellness these last couple of weeks is I can give you so many reasons why people need it, why there is a need, why people are struggling with their pain, and why I can help them with their pain. But I don't know how to make them want a solution. I don't know how to make people want the solution that they need. Do you know what I mean? And maybe this is the age-old question, and I suppose I need to figure out how to make my service sexier. I need to make my service something that people want. Yeah. I know people need it. I know people can benefit from it. I know I can improve the quality of your life. But how do I make you want that? Again, I'm open. The reason I'm documenting this is because I want to hear ya. What else? This week I listened to a lot of Mel Robbins' podcast. It's got the wheels turning. I like it. I've listened to a lot of her stuff before, but I haven't for a while. I love circling back to people that I feel are like lighting a fire in me. The one episode, I will tag it down below. It's all about like, shut the fuck up, get out your own way and go and do the thing you think you know you want to do. Stop hiding. And that has brought up a lot of things for me, especially as a fitness trainer. I'm like, I think I want to go bolder. I think I want to be in your face about what I do. You know, like I do a great job and I'm shy about it because I don't have a 6-pack. Why Why? I also do a great job because I'm not worried about having a six pack, because I'm worried about the person in front of me. So why don't I just shut the fuck up and get louder about it? Shut the fuck up and get louder. That makes no sense. Anyway, that's where we're at. Welcome to the 20s trenches. Unfiltered video vlog of trying to figure your shit out. But very exciting because we are homeowners and working on a very, 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 very exciting project, which is our lives, which should always be the main thing, right? Should always be main character energy. Okay, I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in the description in case anyone's interested. I would love to hear from you. If you are listening to this and you have enjoyed anything or not enjoyed anything, let me know. Even if it's even if you, I was gonna say even if it's awful. Actually, if it's awful, just shut the fuck up. Scroll past. But if it's helpful and constructive and kind, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, bye.